Good evening and welcome to Diane's Wide World of Sports and the highlights of the Benson and Hedges World Series Cup game here at the Adelaide Oval between West Indies and Pakistan. Perfect conditions, a temperature of around about 24 degrees after yesterday's very, very hot day where it touched 35, and the pitch in pretty good order according to Tony Grigg.
It really is a beautiful day for cricket out here. Lovely cool breeze blowing across the ground, just a little bit of cloud cover, really fantastic. The pitch, well, it's a pretty good one. Looks a pretty good one, but it has got a little bit more grass than I've come to associate with the Adelaide Oval pitch. If we have a close look at it, you'll see that that grass there has a tinge of green, and it's not all that short either. It's a little bit tufty, but really it's pretty dry. The surface is real hard, and it looks to me as if there are plenty of runs in this pitch. The captains, no doubt, will contemplate putting the other side in because that's been the sort of way that things have gone. But I reckon there are lots of runs out here. We should see some marvellous one-day cricket back to the central commentary position.
Well, Tony thinks the skipper winning the toss might well put in the opposition. Here's Keith Stackpole with Clive Lloyd and Javed Miandad out in the centre.
Heads from Clive Lloyd, and head it is. Clive, what are you going to do?
I think I will let them bat, actually.
Clive, up in Sydney against the Australians, you fellows didn't play all that well, particularly when you bowled. Looking for a big improvement?
Yes, actually, I thought we didn't bowl as well as we can. We didn't even feel as well, actually, and I suppose those are our fortes, actually. I presume that we've had enough practice now. We've had 2 intensive nets in the last couple of days, and I'm hoping that it'll stand us in good stead for today.
And all your fellows pretty fit and looking forward to this game?
Well, apart from, Sylvester Clark and Gordon, 1 or 2 other niggling injuries, but nothing to be alarmed about.
Thanks very much, Clive. Javed, batting first today.
Yes.
You've had your last week, got beaten in Brisbane in the Test match. What have you done this week to try and really impress upon a bigger effort from your fellows?
Actually, you see, in one-day game, we are going all right, not that bad. And we're looking for, because we lost the series Test match. We lost the series, and now we're looking forward to one-day competition, and I hope we'll do better. Now they won the toss, and they want us to bat. And wickets look me a little bit green, and we'll try our best to put good score.
All right, well, it's getting pretty close to batting up time, so I better let you get going. Thanks very much, Javed.
Right, well, there we are. We've got the pitch news, the toss news, and we pick up play now in the 3rd over of the day. Andy Roberts is the bowler. He's bowling to Madassa Nazar. It's no wicket for 1, and in the commentary box, Bill Lorry and Keith Stackpole.
Good shot. Beautiful shot off the back foot by Madassa. Four runs off the bat. Beautifully placed.
And that's that short boundary that Bill Lorry was referring to. Madassa playing it off the back foot, getting it through that cover there between Viv Richards and Bacchus, and not a lot of room there between fieldsman and that outfield boundary. 4 runs. Good shot by Madassa.
Didn't really use the crease on replay. Played from the batting crease, but hit it on the up and timed it to perfection. This time he deflects down to 3rd man. Just the 1. The end of the over. No wicket for 6.
Holding to Madassa.
Good shot. Beautiful shot off the back foot, Madassa. Fine timer of the ball.
And the best shot of the morning so far from Madassa. It's short from Michael Holding and thumped away off that back foot just forward a point. Once they gain those square boundaries there, well, that wouldn't have mattered what the distance of those boundaries was. Would have made it in any case, but a good shot from Madassa.
No wicket for 12. Madassa away to 10. Mosen ones. Mosen on strike now to Roberts. Nice deflection down to the deep fine leg. Holding coming around. Big arm. It's got to be close. My word, that was a fine return from Michael Holding. Really put Mosen under pressure.
Well run by Mosen, and what a beautiful return coming in out from the deep by Michael Holding. Pick up and got rid of it very quickly. A beautiful return right over the stumps to David Murray. With Mosen grounding the bat. What a great example that is of to young players of grounding that bat.
Holding to Medasa.
That could be out, yes, straight to second slip, and Gordon Greenwich takes a straightforward catch, a lifting delivery, and Medasa departs on 11.
As we've seen so often this summer, Medasa looking pretty comfortable, playing some good shots, and then getting out. But what a good ball from Michael Holding. It was short coming in, and Medasa having to fend it off, and a good catch, second slip by Gordon Greenwich. So first blood to the West Indies, Medasa on his way back to the pavilion, and Pakistan 1 for 16.
So it's Holding now to Zahir. Oh, and that's in the air, but it's safe. Drew away and glided it down to third man.
Good first up. Welcome to the crease delivery from Michael Holding, and Zahir giving himself plenty of room. Getting away, and fortunate for him that had been a test match. 3 slips and 2 gullies. So he may have been in danger of losing his wicket.
Well, Zahir Abbas already has some painful memories of this Australian season. I reckon he'll remember this ball from Andy Roberts for a long, long time.
Oh, Hooney squares him up, dead centre. And that's what happens when you don't play side on. He gave Roberts a full frontal view and he pinned him dead centre. It's 1 for 17 and cuts back off the seam, squares him up, and nowhere near it with the bat. At least it wasn't near his rib. And he's down.
Probably wished it had been, Bill, but very nasty delivery from Andy Roberts. He was behind it. And the ball cutting in, and very little he could do about it. See him playing from the crease.
I think one should say, though, Keith Maguire, that made 2,000 runs last year, was rather square on, holding the bowler. Oh, and he slashes and gets it away for 4. Mosen going after the shortest delivery outside the off stump.
Mosen, who hasn't had a lot of the strike in the last over or two, looking for that cut shot. We saw him play a couple of beautiful cuts up in Brisbane against Dennis Lilly and Jeff Thompson. On that occasion, a little bit extra pace from Michael Holding and just getting the top edge.
Joel Garner, really the most accurate of the West Indies bowlers. Mohsin just managing to get that down to third man. Malcolm Marshall down there. 1 more to the score. Mohsin now moves into double figures. He's 10, and it's 1 for 27.
Joel Garner now to Zahir Abbas, and it's getting even more painful for the Pakistan players.
This is his first over. This could be a run out. It's going to be a bad run out, in fact, a very bad run out. Where Mohsin was going, I just don't know. He seemed to put it in his mind that he was going to run whatever happened with that last delivery. And Zahir standing there, and Mohsin running down on Zahir, not even worrying to turn back. It really was a very strange dismissal.
Indeed it was. Zahir took a couple of paces down the pitch. No trouble there for the fielder to get the ball back to Joel Garner, but that was quite extraordinary. Didn't sound as though there was a call from Zahir. 2 for 27. Marshall to Javed Miandad.
So Javed off the mark. Richards coming around from mid-on.
Just another quick look at that replay we showed you. Just keep your eye on Mohsin Khan. It looked to me, the short time we were on him there, that he did actually call. There he goes now. It certainly wasn't his call.
And that's between the two of them. Outside edge down to third man. Possibly dropping just before it got to them, but nevertheless right between them for 2.
Marshall to Javed Miandad.
He's out, leg before. Very, very confident appeal from all the West Indians, and Malcolm Marshall delighted. That's a decisive break for the West Indies. Javid, leg before.
And that looked absolutely plumb. The problem could possibly have been the height, and it did hit on the roll of the left pad, but that looked very plumb indeed. So it's now 3 for 31. Joel Garner now to Zahir.
My goodness. He managed to get that down to third man, but he was in the most awkward position when he played it. Squared right up. Was front on, trying to get it on the onside.
Not a very attractive stroke, that. The feet really all awry.
Hold him. So Raja is out. And Pakistan in further trouble now. 4 for 34 with Raja bowled by Garner for 1.
Real good delivery, that. Pitched well up. No problem there with the pitch, just with the eyesight and the footwork. And Pakistan now 4 for 34.
Imran really has done a lot of work for them as a fast bowler in this series so far against Australia.
Marshall now to Imran.
That's out. Caught behind by Murray. So Marshall goes with another one, and Pakistan really in all sorts of trouble now. Are 5 for 35.
I think it would be one of the understatements of the year to say that their batting is slightly on the tentative side out there. Nowhere near that ball. Imran with his feet just managed to get his bat to it. And it's 5 for 35. Garner to Ijaz.
And that's a fine shot. That's 4 runs. One of the best shots we've seen for the day. Short outside the off stump, and Ijaz really giving it the treatment. Plenty of bounce on it, but he got well over it and hit it just backward of square for 4. He's now 6-5 for 42.
Roberts to Zahir.
Oh, what a ball. What a ball. My goodness. That delivery from Roberts. Have a look at this. That pitch just short of a length and went away and bounced. Now, that wasn't that short. It was quick, too. It's a good ball from Roberts. And Holding bowled his last spell, he certainly bowled 1 or 2 quick balls just outside off stump. But that's in the air, but bisects the field and it's going down towards the boundary. If Richards is after, it'll be cut off. Just 2. Watch this arm. Have a look at this. Right over the top of the stumps, I bet.
What a build and what a throw. When he throws, the balls absolutely whistling like rockets. He's so accurate with it. Holding just loosening up on that occasion. There's that throw again. Richards, superb athlete. That ball not going too high, therefore not losing too much time in getting to the wicketkeeper, Murray.
A slight change made there. They slip out onto the onside now and Holding off his very short run. That's out, caught by Clive Lloyd, an orthodox outside edge to a defensive shot, and the ball easily carrying to Clive Lloyd, who makes absolutely no mistake.
Well, again, a very tentative piece of cricket on the part of Ijaz. He would have been far better off going for a full-blooded stroke instead of just poking at that ball and deflecting it straight into the safe hands of Clive Lloyd. So the picture darkens with the 6th wicket having fallen for 63.
6 for 68. Richards to continue. Medium pace for Richards this morning. That's in the air and that's out. A very timid shot from Ashraf, just trying to work the ball on the onside, and that's been the story for Pakistan today. Very ordinary batting out there.
Bad cricket again from Ashraf. Seen several dismissals today from bad shots, and that again from Ashraf. Just looking to scoop the ball over the infield, didn't pick up the line or the length, and Viv Richards' first wicket. Ashraf caught for third, Bacchus bowled Richards for 3 and 7 for 68.
Richards to Zahir Abbas.
And that's a nice shot. First bit of authority from Zahir this morning. His first boundary, whipped it square of the wicket.
Zahir Abbas's first boundary in 69 deliveries. Richards just straying the leg stump, and of course Zahir very strong there when he's in form. Hasn't shown at all any form today, but that shot, perhaps the first one that he has hit in the middle, and that should give him perhaps a little bit of confidence. He's on to 17.
Michael Holding to Sarfraz.
It's well played. Attempted Yorker squeezed out by Sarfraz, and the long boundary down through mid-on. Big man coming back for 3. And once again, a magnificent return. First-class performance by the West Indians this morning. The throwing's been magnificent.
Malcolm Marshall, good pick up and return right over the stumps to Michael Holding. Didn't have to move. In fact, would have hit the stumps if Holding hadn't have taken the ball in front of those stumps.
Garner bowls now to Zahir.
And that's a good shot. Zahir beautifully in position for that on drive.
Zahir now top scorer for Pakistan. He's on 23.
Richards to Zahir Abbas.
Oh, beats him. A good outswinger. Gentle pace. Committed Zahir to the front foot.
Good spell of bowling this by Viv Richards, finding the seam and beating the outside edge. Not a lot of pace in that because it does bounce before it gets through to David Murray, but that one moving appreciably off the seam.
It's in the air and it's safe. Just beats Bacchus at mid-wicket. Well placed.
Richards to Sarfraz Nawaz.
Big shout. Umpire Martin has a good look. Vivian's not impressed.
Sarfraz, very long stride. Let's see how far he does come forward. Just shuffles forward, looking to just tickle it away on the onside.
Garner bowls now to Zahir.
Gets that one away. That's a good shot. That's square. It's about the only area they've allowed him to score in.
And the second boundary for Zahir. This good cut shot right over the top of it, rolling the wrists. Found the gap. The man down, third man, was very fine. Cut off the nick, but not for the one that was hit square. Zahir, a prolific run getter behind point. Good cutter of the ball, right over the top of that one.
Well played. Last ball, that beats mid-on. Zahir looking for 3 to hold the strike. And getting it. Good cricket. End of the over. 7 for 95. It's up in the air and it just beats mid-wicket. Good shot. Happy with 3 to give Zahir the strike.
And a good throw again from the outfield.
Richards to Zahir Abbas.
Zahir rushes out and gets that away. Doesn't quite get hold of it in the middle of the bat, but it's racing out to mid-wicket. Another fine return from Bacchus. The strong arms of the West Indians being seen to their best in the big outfield of the Adelaide Oval.
And that is a long throw from out there, furthest part in the ground and right over or to the base of the stump.
Andy Roberts to Sarfraz Nawaz.
And that's put through mid-wicket off the back foot by Sarfraz. 2 runs. 5 for 35. And to be 7 for 116 is a good rally by the Pakistanis. So here 44, Sarfraz 16. This partnership worth 48.
Andy Roberts to Sarfraz Nawaz.
Good hit by Sarfraz. Gets him 2 runs. 7 for 124, which may look on the face of it a meager score, but is a lot more than I'm sure the Pakistanis thought they would have reached after they lost those 5 wickets for 35, and indeed 7 for 68.
Andy Roberts to Zahir.
And that's it. Zahir caught behind for 46. An innings in which he really had to struggle, but at least he remained there. Murray taking the catch. 8 for 125.
Quite a straightforward one-hand dismissal there. And with that wicket going down, it's 8 for 125. Holding, bowling now to Tahir.
And he's gone. Hesitation. And Tahir didn't quite make it. Just that fleeting moment of hesitation as to whether to go for the second run. The return coming in from Dujan, a good return, right alongside the stumps, and just not making it. So that's the 9th wicket down for 127.
Marshall to Sarfraz.
It's in the air, someone's under it, and that's it. He's dropped it. Well, a very bad mistake by Joel Garner. Not very often you see those big hands wrap around the ball and then let it slip.
Just had his eye taken off the ball there by the other man who at first came in to go for the catch, fired Bacchus. But very rare indeed to see Joel Garner put everything down. I've seen him take some marvellous catches in all different positions on the field. Garner bowls now to Sarfraz.
That's a good shot. That's 4 runs. Sarfraz's first boundary. Well played. Really came off the middle of the bat there. This is a man that Joel Garner dropped in the last over. So he's simply rubbing salt in the wounds. 4 runs. And that's over the top as well, so Joel Garner is really suffering here. Bad ball, full toss, and the Sarfraz taking fullest advantage of it. Big man Sarfraz, powerful, and he really put bat to ball there. He's 33 now, 9 for 139. It's going to be close. He's gone. That's Jeffrey Dujan hitting the stumps. Good bit of fielding by Dujan. And his second run out, in fact, accounted for Tahir with his throw back to the keeper earlier, and this time making no mistake by hitting the stumps.
He's a hell of a fielder, this fellow. Looks a real good cricketer. Jeffrey Dujan in the field. Good eye and a good throw, and no chance there for Sikandar. Well, that was a pretty poor performance from the Pakistan batsmen. 140 all out, and they only made that many because of the experience of Zahir and Sarfraz, who put together that partnership after all those wickets had fallen so quickly earlier in the day. A bit of variable bounce there in that pitch, and I'm not too keen on the way the pitch played. In fact, I thought it favoured the bowlers too much in that innings. Right, we pick up play now in the second over of the West Indian innings. Greenwich has taken strike. Sarfraz is the batsman. It's no wicket for 3, and in the commentary box, Tony Greig and Frank Tyson.
That's a short ball and ball away square. Well, that's a terrible start for Sarfraz. It's really money for old rope as far as Gordon Greenwich is concerned. A nice powder puff bouncer dispatched to the boundary.
It almost looked as though Gordon Greenwich was licking his chops as he saw that come down, because Sarfraz is sometimes, I think, overly ambitious. He tries to bowl bounces at medium pace. Well, that's what happens to them when you do that. It's a short boundary there, but perfectly controlled there by Gordon Greenwich. He was well over the top of the ball, hit it down to ground.
Oh, he's bowled him. That's dragged it back onto the stumps, and my goodness, that's what Pakistan needed. Gordon Greenwich just a little bit over-enthusiastic about dispatching another one to the boundary on the leg side that was slightly over-pitched, and he dragged it back onto his leg stump.
In fact, I think Greenwich was a little complacent. That ball came back onto him. He was going for the stroke. The ball moving back onto him caused him to be too close to the ball, and from the underneath edge of the bat, it goes onto his leg stump. So Gordon Greenwich makes his way off the ground with the total 1 for 7.
Well, it's Vivian Richards now to face Sarfraz. Can he do the same again? Well pitched up and played away very nicely on the leg side for 2 by Vivian Richards, just leaning into that and angling the bat as the ball was directed towards, or perhaps just down the leg side, and Viv just closed the face on the bat and angled it away behind the umpire for 2. He really looks so comfortable out there.
Vivian Richards facing Sarfraz.
It was well pitched up and hit straight back past Sarfraz. He couldn't get his hand down quick enough to stop it, so they'll get 2. A good straight shot that by Viv Richards. The ball slightly over-pitched.
Again, that pronounced front foot movement, with the ball going a long way over to the foot going a long way over towards the offside, and Richards making contact with the ball almost in front of the pad and placing it to nicely between the two fieldsmen, mid on and mid off.
That one a bit inclined to leg 2, and Richards playing that very well. Imran comes in there. He's got a good arm. That's the right over the top of the stumps and came in very hard and flat. He's got a marvellous arm, Imran.
He's a fine athlete, a good all-round cricketer.
That time Viv Richards right behind that ball. A very cautious defensive shot. And have a look at this. He really does. It looks as if he's standing outside leg stump. Now he moves across into line. And look at that big stride. And back around comes the back foot to get him nice and balanced again. Really coming a long way across there, Frank.
Certainly is a long way across and a long way forward. It makes me wonder what would happen if Sarfraz just pitched the ball slightly wide of leg stump. He might not be able to get across to it.
That's down the leg side. There's a big appeal there, and he's gone. He's been given out, caught down the leg side. And Viv Richards didn't look as if he wanted to go. Well, Frank Tyson picked that one down the leg side, caught behind.
The finest of tickles, with Richards again moving too far across towards the offside. His weight going towards the off, the ball towards leg, a thin edge, a thin deflection, and there taking the ball, the wicketkeeper Ashraf. So that's the end of Richards. A tremendous blow for Pakistan. 2 for 19 the score.
Here's Imran now bowling to Fode Backus.
He's out off the thigh. They shouted. Well, that certainly took off this backward square leg. Must have been the thigh pad. Big roar from the Pakistani coast fieldsman.
Very fast delivery from Imran and extracting a lot of bounce, and no connection with the bat of Backus, but look how far it ricochets to Madassa at backward square leg. Back some 15 metres. Was that hitting the fiberglass thigh pad there, and that's probably what carries it out to Madassa at backward square.
Sarfraz bowls to Backus.
Oh, and he's broken out. He's lofted that. He didn't get all that all well. It goes out to square leg, but a little bit of pressure been applied by Javed Miandad. The West Indians hitting out.
Most unusual shot from Bacchus, and that's what pressure can do to a batsman when he's being contained. Taking the risk then.
It's a better shot off the back foot. Confidence builder for Bacchus. That's 4 runs, and that was a good shot off the back foot. Straight down the ground. End of the over. 37 for 2. Tahir to take up from Sarfraz. Haynes on 7. Talking to himself, concentrate, keep the head down. Shout, big shout, he's out, yes, caught down the left side. My word, there in this match, Tahir strikes. 3 for 38.
Bad cricket all round. Not a good ball from Tahir, but it just goes to show that not always the good ball gets the good wicket. And Desmond Haynes, a shot that he would certainly not be impressed with. Short one down leg side. Bad delivery, but equally bad shot. Just clipping the glove. And Ashraf getting across, and a jubilant Ashraf. So Desmond Haynes out for 7. 3 for 38, the West Indies.
He's lashed that through the covers. Good shot. First half volley he's received, and he's thumped it through cover. That's the end of the over. It's 3 for 47.
Tahir bowls to Clive Lloyd.
It's 4 runs. Short, medium pace, and Lloyd on the back foot. Smashed that square of the wicket. End of the over. 3 for 54.
Tahir bowls to Clive Lloyd.
And he's got that through. He hasn't really timed it as Lloyd usually does. It won't reach the boundary, but they'll still get 3 for it.
Tahir to Bacchus.
That's in the air, a catch, and badly misjudged. Very badly misjudged. That certainly should have been swallowed by Wasim Raja. It would have made all the difference. It was in the air for a long time. He had plenty of time to get into position.
For a fielder of Wasim Raja's quality, that was a very, very poor effort. A piece of misjudgment that just could make all the difference to this Pakistan effort. Instead of turning and running, he was just goose-stepping backwards. Tahir bowls to Clive Lloyd.
And that's in the air, no one out there, and it's in fact gone just inside the boundary for 4. Some of the spectators signalling a 6, but it dropped just inside.
That's a typical Clive Lloyd stroke. We've seen that so often over the years. A front foot pull. If you thought Wasim Raja's judgment was poor, just have a look at this.
And that's in the air, someone under it. This could be an easy catch here. It's dropped. Very, very bad miss indeed. Terrible miss by Javed. It wasn't his catch at all. It was mid-ons. He came across from mid-off and spilled it. Well, we've seen some pretty easy ones drop today, and that was really an easy one.
And Imran Khan was the other man coming across. Imran had only a yard or so to go. And that's a touch of youthful exuberance and inexperience there from the Pakistan skipper, wanting to do it all. Whereas Imran Khan was coming in perfectly, and then suddenly the shout came up, it's mine, and down she goes. Javed might be kicking himself for dropping that catch, but he's just about to cheer up. The off-spinner Hedges now to Clive Lloyd.
And that's caught. That's a great catch. Well, my goodness. After seeing one drop, which was in the air and coming into the fielder's hands, a very simple catch. Magnificently taken, backward of square leg by Tahir. Lloyd really getting hold of this one, hitting it very, very hard, and look at this catch.
Beautifully taken. Well, it's one of those great pieces of fielding we'll see during this year. 4-4-85. Wasim Raja to Jeffrey Dujon.
And he's bowled him off stump. Dujon getting the googly, coming back into him, taking the off stump, and Dujon bowled by Raja without scoring.
Well, it didn't actually come back, but it's a good top spinner. It beat him for pace off the pitch. And a little touch of inexperience there. Sadness for Dujon and for the little duck as well.
And 5-4-88.
One driven away well. Beautiful shot. Timed very well. Slightly over-pitched outside off stump. It's going down to the very long corner of the ground, and even if it was saved, it would still end up by being four because the batsman would have run for it. Didn't have to because the ball rolls down into the boundary. And that brings up the 100 for the West Indies. Time is running out for the West Indies. That's well played. And that shot might, in fact, make Javed Miandad change his mind. That is very well played. Smashed away through mid-wicket there for four.
At 5 for 107, West Indies looked to be in control. But Wasim Raja, the leg spinner, had other ideas.
He's bowled him. Well, that really is a useful breakthrough. Raja's done it again. Just when we were beginning to think that Backus had his measure, he's pitched one up and he's tried to whip it. As Backus and got himself bowled.
In fact, he hit over the top of it, I think, and went between bat and pad and hit that middle stump. And Backus is furious with himself, as well he might well be. So Backus out for 37, 6 for 107.
Seems to me that Raja, who none of us really considered to be a top-class leg spinner, getting wickets out there in one-day cricket, one wonders what a real top liner would do. And there's a big appeal, and he's got to be out. He's gone, and Raja's done it again. My goodness, they have no idea. David Murray can't believe it, and it's no good not believing it because the umpire's finger's up and he's on his way back. And have a look at Javed Miandad, ecstatic.
This was a good delivery, but Murray hadn't worked it out at all. That ball, the wrong one, coming back, and it would have hit middle and leg stump. I don't know what Murray is going on about. He's looking down and looking askance, but he's on his way, together with his companion, who just drops a tear in sympathy. 7 for 107.
That's the first ball, and it should never have been a single. There's a try at the stumps, and that would have been out. And that would have been out by miles, and the keeper should have been up. There was no necessity for the ball to be shot at the bottom of the stumps. Have a look.
Somebody's pressed the panic button. The single that wasn't on, the throw that was too wild, and the wicketkeeper who was too slow in getting up to the stump. Now there's a little bit of advice coming from Andy Roberts now to his junior partner, Malcolm Marshall. Just remember, old boy, I'm not as young as I used to be.
Marshall now has the strike. And, oh, my goodness, that would have been out. That was real quick work there. He would have been out for sure. There you are, wide awake.
Marshall must have been asleep. He went on to London to Brighton walk. There he goes. And almost, but not quite.
Need 27, the West Indians. Plenty of overs and 3 wickets. Those are the 3 that the Pakistanis are after. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Beautifully driven there all the way along the ground through the gap at extra cover.
And that just proves that Raja is hittable. And Marshall there, finding the gap between cover and extra cover. A handsome looking stroke, that.
So just one ball to go now from Roger. His field just spreading a little bit. Bowling to Marshall. Oh, he's bowled him! Well, that one kept a little bit low. In fact, I think it was the leg spinner. It didn't turn very much. Might have just been a top spinner. But what a game he's having. That's 4 wickets he's got now. And it's been a match-winning four wickets. They've got 2 to get out.
This delivery didn't bounce very much, incidentally. As you can see, hit only about a quarter of the way up the off stump. And Marshall was completely torpedoed. So the 8th wicket now is down for 120. Malcolm Marshall all at sea, the ball passing underneath the bat. But in a way, Marshall contributed to his own downfall.
He's bowled him! Imran Khan, a beautiful delivery, that one to Roberts. Pitched right up there and hit the stumps round about middle and leg. And the stumps all over the place. And Imran there receiving pats on the back from all of his teammates. Well, what a tremendous comeback this is by Pakistan.
Certainly is. And at the interval, I just wonder what odds you could have got on West Indies winning. The middle stump knocked back by Imran. The end of Roberts, and Pakistan deserving some luck after losing previously to West Indies by 18 in Melbourne. 9 for 120. 21 runs now needed by the West Indies. Joel Garner on strike.
And if he bowls that in-swinger again, Joel's gone. The stumps might go too. Well, that one just flicking the pad going down towards fine leg, and that one flicked the edge of the pad and was very definitely missing next stump. But it did swing in. Imran, for some reason, has managed to get this ball to start swinging now. And have a look at him rubbing away at it.
And this game, a real turnaround. Pakistan storming back.
It's a run. On to Holding, and Imran Khan really straining for extra pace, holds the heel, and this game's not over yet.
Wasim Raja to Holding.
He's hit it hard out to mid-wicket. It could be 6 at 6. What a time to put it away for 6. Dropped short, and he put it over square leg for 6.
And the pressure coming on to Raja. Dropping it in short, and great shot from Michael Holding. Back quickly and whacked it straight over the boundary for 6. And that reduces the deficit now to 13, just with that one mammoth hit from Holding.
I wonder whether that was the sucker ball, though. Will this be the real toppy? And he drives it straight down, just misses the umpire. Mid-off's coming across. Just one was in the air and straight down the ground. Action aplenty at the Adelaide Oval.
Raja didn't really make a great effort to try and throw the right hand out, but it was in the air. Holding going for the big hit down the ground. He didn't have a lot of time to get back. Bruce Martin did well to get out of the road. It was well hit by Michael Holding. He's certainly throwing caution to the wind.
Catching position. Batsman is Joel Garner. Oh, and he beats the outside edge. He can't believe it.
Did beat the outside edge of Joel Garner, but a good ball from him. It was wide. Joel ended up beating Big Joel by some 6 or 8 inches. Joel Garner, it's a must for him this over to try and see it out. Just pick up the odd single if he can, but not to get out to Imran.
So here it's Slip. He's got a smile. He's probably hoping it doesn't come to him. So it's pressure for all at the moment. Commentator, spectator, viewers at home. 10 runs required. Oh, and there's one of them, a leg by.
All counting, and Imran Khan, he's got to be at that off stump.
Beats him. Oh, bad luck. Bad luck for him. And a little bit of movement off the seam. Acknowledgement from the batsman.
Michael Holding doing his best to try and nick it. A good ball from Imran Khan. Once again, just outside that off stump. A cigarette paper away from touching it.
It's in the air. He's out. He's caught him in mid-off, and what a victory for Pakistan. A great victory. Only bowling to 140 runs. They've dismissed the strong West Indian lineup for 132, and they've never beaten them, but they have today, and a well-deserved victory. A tremendous performance. They were gone for all monies when the West Indians come out to bat. It's been a great team effort. Fine bowling by Raja, Imran and company, and surprise victory at the Adelaide Oval.
Elation for Pakistan, dejection for the West Indies. Of course, it was Raja that didn't sum up an earlier catch. At this time, what a great catch, and one that certainly the Pakistan players will remember for a long time, and heaves it into the air, and off he goes to the dressing room, as did all the other Pakistan players. It was good bowling by Imran Khan, a great spell from him. 2 wickets, only 13 runs coming from his 10th over. A fine piece of bowling. And also Raja's leg spin and top spinners accounting for 4 of the West Indies players.
Well, what an extraordinary game that was. 8 runs the margin there, and I really wouldn't have believed it if someone had written the scenario for the afternoon's events. I just couldn't imagine it happening like that. The skipper bringing on a leg spinner who didn't turn the ball at all and have him win the match, and then take out the Man of the Match award as well. West Indies, well, Clive Lloyd at the end of the game, if he wasn't distraught, he was certainly not happy, and I should think he'll give his players quite a burst. He said they played badly, they played like amateurs, and I think we can all agree with that. That's not to take anything away from Pakistan, who, when they were looking down the barrel with only 140 runs up their sleeve, must have thought really that against this strong West Indian batting side, everything was gone. But they did play very well. They panicked a little bit in their fielding once or twice, a couple of drop catches, but in all, an excellent performance, and it puts them at the top of the Benson and Hedges World Series Cup table with 4 points. West Indies have 2. They've both played 3 games, Pakistan and West Indies, and Australia, who meet Pakistan tomorrow here at the Adelaide Oval, also have 2. If we have another match as exciting as the one today, tomorrow here at the Adelaide Oval, then I think everyone will be quite happy. Good evening.